something you won't believe. I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand.
That's not bad. Curdled a bit. God bless.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
Good day to you. I'll be with you in just a moment.
What do you have for sale?
And now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand, hot and dry, with no fresh water.
You silly doggy.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Quick! Go! Go! Quick! 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 Whoa! Whoa! Ka! 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 Whoa! Whoa!
Stop for a moment, good sir. We're on the search for heretics and sorcerers, and I'd like to ask you some questions. So hear me. I am Brother Adelbert from the Order of Preachers, charged by the Holy Father in Rome to root out all heresy. On our travels through this region, we've heard talk of many sightings of a sorcerer who devotes himself to the dark arts at night. They say he looks like a young man, but his heart is black. He travels the region on a horse, accompanied by a dog, and smells of herbs. He dresses in fine garments to hide the poverty of his soul and character, and tends to be armed. And his face is disfigured with the brand of a criminal.
Stop, noble sir. I'm no fool. I can see I closely resemble the sorcerer you're looking for, but I assure you it's just a coincidence. Or maybe you've been misled by someone with wicked intentions. Perhaps it's a trick by the very sorcerer you're looking for.
Oh, yes. That is just what an exposed sorcerer would say. But if you are telling the truth, prove your words by offering sincere prayer to our Lord Almighty.
Did you deliberately say you're from the Roman Pope? Might that be because the Archbishop of Prague doesn't approve of your actions here in Bohemia?
Don't you dare try your sophistry on me. No doubt the devil whispers in your ear, but you won't deceive me. At him, Dominicanis! I'll get you. What do you want? You can shove that up your arse.
You're no better.
Useless! Take that, you shit! Jesus!
I've been waiting for you. Do it! Christ! My head! Go fuck yourself!
Those must be the poachers I'm looking for.
You! Get out, now! I'm counting to 10!
I'm looking for a hide
Everyone
from a rare
here!
white
We've got a
roebuck,
pest here!
and I think you know something about it.
Curva! They're onto us! Kill him! Alert! Alert!
Do it! That's the hide. Now to bring it back to the huntsman. Quick! Go! Quick! 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 Go! Quick! Quick!
Just look what happens when someone thinks he's above the law. The law of the land applies to everyone, and even the king has to answer to God's law. This man, though, he laughs at the law. He broke into the house of his neighbour, an honest businessman supporting his family. He waited till they were all asleep, forced the lock, and just wandered in. And there he stole everything he could lay his hands on. Just listen. Coin, jewellery, silver goblets, 2 pairs of shoes, a sack of carrots, and a nearly new jacket. And what did he do then? He went down the road and tried to flog it all. He said he'd bought everything from merchants and peddlers. And to cap it all, he charged eye-watering prices. But his luck was out. One merchant could tell the goods were stolen and reported him straight away. And before he knew it, he was in irons. And you can see the outcome for yourselves. He'll stay here till his back feels like a plank of wood, his legs are like lead, and his name is mud. Let this be a warning to you.
The pillory for the good, the gallows for the wicked.
Not your day, eh? What did you do?
Nothing.
Really?
We were expecting a different answer.
Straight to the gallows with you.
What if I freed you?
I'd scarp her, obviously.
How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back. I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my breeches. So you don't end up here too.
Not your day, eh?
So you don't end up here too.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
You silly doggy.
Good afternoon, sir.
I heard you bought a Thunderstone from Andrew Ramhead. Is that so?
Well, it is. What's it to you?
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Raborsh, who in turn stole it from Tomlin Brookhans down Horshan way.
And? I don't know those people. Even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought the stone fair and square, and for good money. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping. The stone is to heal him.
And what ails your husband?
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he hasn't budged since. He's not eating, and he's barely talking to anyone. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one evening.
A Minerva owl? I assume that doesn't bode well, does it?
No, not at all. An owl on your roof means death is closing in. That's why I need the stone. If it weren't for the stone, I'm sure Peter would be gone by now.
I'm afraid the stone is unlikely to do him any good. It only brings bad luck.
What? What are you talking about?
You see, because it was stolen, there was a switch in its power. It no longer protects from misfortune. Quite the opposite, in fact. It's cursed. Toying with these things is playing with fire.
I don't believe it. You made that curse up. I'm quite sure the stone will help Peter.
Listen, we need to get that stone out of here. If you want, I'll take a look at your husband and see what I can do about his malady. And then I'm going to take that stone away from here. The longer it stays here, the more trouble it'll cause. I'll return it to its rightful owner, and that will lift the curse. Do you agree?
All right, fine. But just do something for Peter. And please hurry. With that owl and everything, I'm quite sure the Reaper's nearby. You'll find Peter in his room.
All right. I'll take a look at him and see if there's anything I can do. It's usually a good idea to speak to others who are close to the sufferer. That may be able to explain a few things, especially if the patient himself isn't very communicative.
Aha. I see you really have done this before. I'm starting to believe that stone really did draw you here. So, ask around on the farm if you need to. We'll all be at your service.
Perfect. I'll get on with it. And I'd better check the whole room, just in case.
Do whatever it takes to help Peter.
Can you think of something that might help me heal him? Anything?
I can't. I'm desperate myself. I've tried just about everything. Peter is just an ordinary cooper. We've lived here for years. We go to church. My husband doesn't travel outside the village often. This last time he had some business in Pechkau, near Golin, but he came back empty-handed. Breathless and confused. He was fumbling around here for a few days, not doing his job, just spending time in his workshop. Lord knows what he was doing in there. Then he went to bed, and since then, he's just been lying there. He doesn't eat. Not even the potions are helping. He doesn't sleep a wink at night. At least, I don't think he does. If I stopped sleeping too, our homestead would fall apart.
I'll ask him why he can't sleep. What's tormenting him?
Try that. He won't speak to me about anything. It's as if he was keeping secrets from me. Or maybe just protecting me from something. God be with you, sir.
Peter, my name is Henry. I'm here to help you.
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me, as if Mlada didn't have enough on her plate already.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. Don't be alarmed. I need to take a closer look. Let's see. No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close now.
Who is?
The soldiers. Sigismund's men.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter. It's strange.
I'm a weakling. A weakling.
What are your nights like? Mlada said you don't sleep much.
I just stare at the wall. I try to sleep during the day, but it's not much better.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's ailing you. I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep, because of all the noblemen who keep coming to Lord Pisek's fortress. I'm always hearing hoofbeats, and they startle me.
So Lord Pisek likes to host nobles at his fortress? What's so unusual about that?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh? Preparing for war. That's what.
If Lord Pisek was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Opatovitz, Suchtol is next. I'm sure of it.
I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A downcast expression on the face. I don't see any bruises. A few calluses and cuts on the hands. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a hard day in the workshop.
I told you. I'm not in any pain. Just let me lie here.
Irritability. No foul odour. Bodily humours aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will, when Sigismund's horde gets here.
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtol?
He does as he pleases. You have no idea how many villages he's plundered already.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress is the last thing Sigismund would want to do now.
The fortress is what's bothering him. That's why he'll destroy it. And us with it.
I don't know about that. What am I going to do with you, Peter? There's nothing wrong with you physically, So it must be an ailment of the soul. The chamomile decoctions will help calm your mind, but you'll have to change your diet as well, so you don't just drink potions. And last but not least, some words of encouragement wouldn't be amiss. You'll be back on your feet in no time. I'll get things ready and be back soon.
My God, lad. Why are you all covered in blood?
I examined Peter. His body is fine, but he's plagued by a crippling restlessness of soul.
What are we going to do about it? How do you heal the soul? A cold compress? Prayer?
Prayer certainly won't hurt, but don't worry. There are several things that could help Peter. Making the chamomile decoction is important. It's made of wine, chamomile, and sage. You boil them briefly together and strain it. It's not hard, and even if you don't do it exactly right, it'll still help Peter.
Would you bring him some, before I learn to brew it?
I'll get everything. Just keep at it, and don't give up.
Very well, but hurry. I'm worried about what's going on in his head, and that he'll do something to himself the Lord can never forgive. See you later, my friend.
Kind master, eh? Much?
What are you doing here?
Good afternoon, sir.
Show me.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Fruit, vegetables, fresh, everything fresh.
What about your cows, neighbour? Did you manage to get them all back?
All but the heifer that got torn apart by wolves.
Ah, what a shame. But I warned you there was no point hiding your cows from the army in the forest.
Better for a wolf to take a few of them than for the soldiers to take all of them.
Well, I reckon you might be right. Farewell for now.
Take care.
Greetings. Do you need something?
How are things, O wise man?
Oh, all right. Can't complain. And why would I? It's like I always say. We have something to drink, don't we? So we'll survive all right, eh? One cup of wine won't hurt anybody, don't you know? And nobody drinks the whole barrel.
So what about today? How are you today?
Oh, fine, fine. As long as there's wine, it's fine. But I'll tell you something. The worst thing of all is war. Killing people is a filthy mess. But answer me this. How is it possible that there are people in this world who still don't understand that? That really beggars belief.
Well, sir.
I can't complain. Hey, lad, well, I'll tell you. The one some... God be with you, good sir.
Good afternoon.
I have a bit of coin again, and I'd like to throw it around. Should we play dice?
What game would you like to play?
Nice. As it...
Let's play!
What was I just thinking about? If you
A
get
jug of
hungry,
wine,
you have
thanks.
Excellent chicken and wine sauce.
Greetings.
Bottoms up.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
How are your knees? Feeling better?
Oh yes, that ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only ache when there's a storm coming.
That's handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up the cattle and gather in the hay.
Aye. When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed. You could team up.
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's going to be sunny, and we'll be the three wise men.
3 cripples, more like.
Take care of yourself then. Farewell.
May God protect you.
Here. Damn! Shit! Well, you're not afraid of anything.
It's ages till St. Wenceslas Day, and they don't collect tithes before then. You're right, but I promised myself I wouldn't leave it to last long. So, not like yesterday. Well, if I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment of business.
Tell me then, what did he give you for it?
I told you.
Here.
You dobbed me in.
You crazy? Why would I dob you in?
Look, just drop it, will you? Gossiping about it won't do anyone
Finished.
good.
Your turn.
Blurt it out to the first person I meet.
No, I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
Like I'm invisible or something.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Greetings.
Did you hear about what the bailiff is planning?
No, I don't care for gossip.
Nor do I.
I'm not interested.
This is about money.
Oh, you boo.
Go on. He wants to fleece us again. Damn it. That's just what we need. Exactly. We'll have to talk.
It's yours.
It can't go on like this.
Why the long face?
Oh, I've just got this nasty premonition.
What premonition?
I've got a barrel of ale at home. I'm afraid it will go bad on me soon. Someone should really
I'm in a right
I'll
mind.
have a beer.
But what are friends for if not
Good
to help
boy.
each other?
Great, it's a deal. Go ahead and tell Franz to bash it. Well, I'll be on my way. I wish you well. God be with you.
Here. Aye, that'll do. That'll do me. Roll.
My friends. Cheers!
Did you hear who died?
I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Not a chance. That old coot will outlive us all.
Him? He was fit as a fiddle. What happened?
They say he went to bed healthy, but never woke up.
God, that's terrible.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was seeing.
He was dead in the morning. Poor thing.
He had his whole life in front of him. The next thing you know, he's being buried.
Greetings.
Like this. Aye, that'll do.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grains.
I need to plough too, you know.
What if you lent me the bullock on the Lord's Day? You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you?
No, and nor should you.
Except I don't have a bullock. And you won't lend me yours on any other day.
Go and see the priest first. If he says it's all right,
Here.
I'll be happy to help you, friend.
See you next time. Take care.
Safe travels.
Aye, that'll do. Finished. Your turn.
What now? One beer, please.
Farewell. Bye. Take care.
Greetings. I'll have a bite to eat, thanks.
What about your cows, neighbour? Did you manage to get them all back?
All but the heifer that got torn apart by wolves.
Ah, what a shame. But I warned you, there was no point hiding your cows from the army in the forest.
Better for a wolf to take a few than for the soldiers to take all of them.
Well, I reckon you might be right.
Blessings to you.
If I was you, I'd take it. Like this. Here. Aye, that'll do. It's yours. Fine then. It's not over yet. Why did I even wager it?
What do you need, my friend?
I see you're faring well. You're quite a large tavern, almost like a traveller's inn.
Thanks. I'm glad you like it here. But I have to ask you, young man, do you drink?
Of course I like to drink. Drinking reasonably can do no harm.
Exactly. Drinking in small sips isn't harmful, no matter the amount. And what's your favourite, eh? What do you drink the most?
I rarely turn my nose up at good beer. There's nothing better than a wheat beer.
Now. Why bother with that shit? Everyone who drinks in my place knows spirits are the best. Other drinks just make you dizzy and drive away sadness. But spirits, they heal you. And pretty much everybody will confirm this. Even our priest and Uncle Holba. And they're considered to be the greatest connoisseurs far and wide.
What do you make the spirits from?
I'll tell you. From everything that grows.
So even from mushrooms in the forest?
What now, lad? Do you know I've never thought of that before? Do you really think it would work?
I don't know. I'm no expert. It was just an idea.
Wait, but what an idea! I mostly distill fruit, and I've tried grain and flowers, but not mushrooms yet. Now why didn't I ever think of that? I'll have to talk to Uncle Holba about this.
Who is this Uncle Holba you keep speaking so highly of?
He's an old fruit grower and a good friend of mine. He once wanted to be a miller, but his mill burnt down to the ground. So he started growing everything under the sun. And today he gives me the fruit I make my spirits from. His son has already taken over the trade. But old Holba is still a highly respected person around here. He's known lots of the trees in the area since they were but a pit, an acorn or a beech nut. And today they cast a shadow that can cover a carriage with the horses.
I reckon you have a secret recipe to make the best spirits, eh?
You'd better believe I do. And it's a drink that will seriously even wake up a dead man. I call it my warming balm. And people come here from far away for it. And many carters from Prague even stop by.
And what is it?
Well, that's a secret. But if you don't watch out, it'll make you feel so confused, you won't know which way's up for 2 days. But if you know how to drink it, it'll warm you through, expel all the diseases out of your body, and you'll be as good as new again. Only I know this recipe. And if I can't find anyone to give this tavern to, I'll take it to the grave with me.
Why not? So what if you sold me the whole tavern?
First of all, with all due respect, you don't seem like you'd have enough money. And even if you did, I'm not ready to be put out to pasture yet. No way. This tavern is my life. I got my start here, and here is where I'll die. And when they carry me down to the cemetery, then I won't have a care in the world. I just hope they'll give me a demijohn of spirits for my journey, so I'll have something to drink up there.
I'll buy that recipe from you. What'd you say?
Ha ha! Not even for 1,000 piles of groschen. Warming balm, that's my pride and joy. The sun will rise in the west and sparrows will start flying backwards before I tell you that.
Would you teach me how to make spirits?
If you're really interested, then I'm glad, and I can show you a thing or two. But if you think I'll teach you how to distill warming balm, then you're crazy. I wouldn't give up that recipe, even if the lords were stretching me on the rack.
What's going on around here?
Nothing much, fortunately. And thank God and St. John the Baptist for that. We've suffered enough in this war.
Can I spend the night here? Just the one night's enough. All I need is to spend the night.
But all I have is an old straw mattress, sir.
That's enough for me, and I'll pay you well. I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
Well, the mysteries of alchemy don't come for free. I'd be happy to pay for some.
I'll tell you some interesting things.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
I'm sorry.
Look, I just got back from gathering wood.
I'm a bit peckish.
Good day to you.
Greetings to you too.
I could eat.
You mangy mutt.
What?
What's that you're doing?
What's that noise?
Get going, right now. Well, are you going? Away with you. Get moving. hurt.
Are you blind? You almost ran into me.
Go! Quick! Slowly. Nice and slow.
What do you want at this time of night?
I found the white hide.
Oh, thank God for that at least. And what about the poachers? Did you take care of them too? Do you have their squirrel badges for me?
Aye. I've got some.
Well, that's even better news. The reward's yours. Thanks, friend. You did me a huge service.
Glad to help.
God be with you.
Slowly. Nice and slow. God! Go! Quick! Go! Go! Whoa! Whoa!
Peter, let's talk about how we can help you. I have some suggestions for treatment. I'm listening.
You need to start eating again, even if you don't have an appetite. First, ask Mlada to get you some honey and add it to your gruel.
You think some honey is gonna save me?
It'll give you stamina without irritating your stomach, first of all. But you have to admit Mother Nature has it well thought out. Where bloodwort helps with bleeding and feverfew with fevers, honey coats your humours so that they can't get out of balance so easily. Any melancholia wanting to take hold of you would have to make its way through thick honey, so it could hardly get from your stomach to your head. And soon you'll be as busy as a bee again, and getting on swimmingly. Which brings me to my next piece of advice. Start eating fish more regularly. Some nice fatty ones, ideally. Fat in the belly will surely stop gloom from getting through. Same as with the honey.
I suppose that makes sense.
Listen, Peter. I know you're worried about the army that's set up camp over the hill. That's why I'd like to tell you something from the heart. If you're scared of Sigismund's soldiers, trust me when I tell you. When you're caught between a rock and a hard place, there's no shame in running. It doesn't make you a coward. On the contrary, you're smart enough to realize there's nothing you can do. You can always come back later when you have the advantage and deal a bigger blow to the enemy.
I just want Mlada to be safe.
Then keep reminding yourself of that. Look at me, a blacksmith's son. Why do you think I am who I am now? Because I realised I'd be of no help to my friends and family if I die for some foolish sense of honour.
You're right. I can't leave Mlada in this alone.
Don't be afraid to see the bigger picture. Even of the things you're worried about right now. A bit of prayer won't hurt. Lord, have mercy on Peter here, and lift from him the weight of his affliction. For you have laid upon him this affliction to try him. And you see that Peter, O Lord, endures your trial patiently and without contradiction. Unless you, O Lord, relieve Peter of his illness, no physician in the world can. I beg of you, O Lord, heal his soul and let his body once again find its lost balance. Amen.
Amen.
I didn't want to leave anything to chance, so I cast a spell here.
What kind of spell?
I bury protective relics here on your property.
Where did you bury them?
I can't tell you that, naturally. If I told you, they'd lose their protective powers.
And what did you bury?
A battle axe. It belonged to a warrior who fought at Nicopolis. He's a priest now. He fought with Sigismund there.
One of Sigismund's soldiers? Then you've cursed us, not protected us.
On the contrary. The axe knows Sigismund's tactical weaknesses. That's why I chose it. I also added a monk's bone.
What monk?
One from Sasau. He performed great miracles there, helping refugees from the war and aiding the construction of the monastery. It's no chicken bone from a charlatan. And finally, I buried some eggs.
Eggs?
Seeds of life. If the army really does attack, these 3 things will protect you. They will weaken the soldiers, help you escape, and when you return to the village after the siege, life will blossom here again.
I thank you very much.
You should drink the chamomile decoction.
Great. Another potion.
This one will help you sleep. Once your body gets used to sleeping at night and staying awake during the day, you'll feel much better. You'll see. Proper sleep will chase away the gloom. And if restlessness tries to take hold of you again, your body will have the strength to fight it. Every morning you'll be stronger and stronger until you're able to work again.
We'll see about that.
Well then, I've done everything I can. Things will get better, Peter. You'll see. Anyway, I'll come back to see you in a few days.
They're coming. They're close now. Close now.
What do you want at this time of night?
I examined Peter, found out what I could, and tried to cure him. I'll come back to see you in a few days. Until then, it's hard to say how things will turn out.
Thank you. I'll pray for you and for Peter's recovery.
Besides praying, don't forget about the chamomile decoctions.
I won't. Thank you very much, Henry. I hope things turn out all right. Take care.
They're coming. They're close now.
Ka! Da! Go! Go! Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Whoa!
You've no business here.
Huh?
Go away! I never want to see you here again without permission.
Excuse me.
By the weather, do you mean that old ball and chain of yours? If I was under her, I reckon I wouldn't be able to get up either.
Hey! That's enough of that.
You do remember the promise we made, don't you?
It was one mass. I hardly reckon I'll face damnation for that.
You promised that if we can't be together here on Earth, we'd be together after death.
I'm telling you, it was just one mass.
You don't care about us at all. Why did you marry that old battle axe anyway? We could have been together in this life too.
Don't even start. We've been over this 100 times.
You'll go to confession and donate some money to the church. Got that? Or I'll end up in the kingdom of heaven by myself and on this shelf.
All right, I will, but I've got to go now. If my wife saw us, I'd be in deep shit.
All right. How about a kiss farewell?
Are you serious? What about my marriage vows? If the Lord saw us...
I'll sort you out nicely.
See you around then.
God be with you. Greetings to you, friend. Excuse me.
Greetings. What would you like?
I beg your pardon, milady, but could you tell me what's new around here? I'm asking because I've just arrived and I'd like to know more about this region.
Actually, it occurs to me there is one more thing. My friend from the village is having a terrible time with her husband. He was fit as a fiddle not long ago, but now the poor thing can't get out of bed and nobody knows what's wrong with him. Mlada even got hold of this miraculous thunderstone, but it didn't do no good. It's all very strange. But there's one thing I know for sure. Mlada would give anything to save Peter. But you're probably more... I don't care about such matters. You'll have to ask elsewhere.
Still, even that was interesting. Thank you, milady.
God be with you.
Oh, I apologize.
Too slow.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Slow down.
Quick! Go!
You made it after all. And here I was thinking you'd never come.
Are you sure it's me you're waiting for?
You and no other.
Do we know each other? You don't look familiar.
No, we don't. But we were destined.
What do you mean?
I dreamt about you on St. John's Eve, and then again a few more times.
Well, all right. What is it you need?
What do you think? A groom?
A groom? It's a little hasty for my liking. I mean, I've never seen you before in my life.
That is of no matter. See, on St. John's Eve, all us village girls floated wreaths. Hannah's bobbed its way to the other bank. Eliza's fell to pieces, but mine floated the furthest of all. And then that night, I dreamt of you.
What was that you said about wreaths?
You're not from around these parts, are you? Me and the girls release them on the water every St. John's Eve. If your wreath reaches the other side, it means you will soon be married. But if it sinks or breaks up, yours will be a miserable marriage. And mine got swept downstream to who knows where.
And that means...
When I wed, my husband will take me away from here.
You say you dreamt about me?
And more than once at that. But the first time was on St. John's Eve, and that means something.
Does it now? And what?
That it will come true. I picked 9 flowers at night, put them under my pillow, and you know the rest.
Thanks for the explanation. Are you confusing me with someone else?
Oh no, I had a dream about you, and you looked exactly like this. Those eyes, the hair, that nose, exactly as I remember it.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, but you must be mistaken. I have no plans to marry just yet. And I can't, anyway.
But my dreams, the wreath of 9 herbs, I did everything they told me.
And if you are to marry away from here, it probably shouldn't be to someone like me.
I'm not saying he has to be from far away. Kutenberg would be enough for me.
I'm not a city lad. I'm from Skalitz.
Skalitz? You're a villager? Well, it certainly couldn't have been you I was dreaming of then. I bid you safe travels. The man in my dream looked older, not this well.
Quick! Go! Ja! Go! 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 Ja! Ja! Whoa! Whoa!
Where do you think you're going?
Into the camp, of course.
Oh, aye. They can't wait to see you. Look here. No strangers are allowed in, so turn around and sod off back to the pile of dung you crawled out of.
I'm here on behalf of Sir Jezek of Holoclavi. He sent me to see Zavish.
You're Jezek's messenger? Well, that's another matter, sir. Come in. Zavish will surely be pleased. You'll find him beyond the kitchen. There's an out-of-the-way tent there. His banner flies above it, so you'll recognize it.
What? Huh? Go sniff somewhere else. What? Get out!
What would you like? What's a priest doing in a military camp?
Whatever he can, my son. Whatever he can.
You serve mass like other priests?
I serve mass and give blessings just like my brothers in churches and parishes. I can also officiate at marriages and administer last rites. I reckon you can guess which is more common here.
Do you care for the wounded? Priests and monks do that sometimes, don't they?
Nothing like that. We have blacksmiths and barbers here. And if something happens to the nobles, we have good surgeons. And then there's that learned foreigner. Bah!
Who's the foreigner?
His name is Musa, and he says he comes ex-Africa. You can't miss him. He's as different from us as a man can be.
Does something seem strange about him to you?
That foreigner may understand medicine, but he worships a foreign god. He prays to him on the ground several times a day. He doesn't drink ale, only rarely eats meat, yet he can't keep his eyes off our women.
Do you take part in the fighting?
Vivere militare est. But no, I'm a chaplain, not a warrior. But no matter if you're a beggar or a lord, there's no way to escape the horrors. And in a place like this, It's easy for people to forget about God, or at least start to doubt.
Do you serve King Sigismund directly?
I serve our Lord, but the king sometimes calls on me for confession.
What could the king possibly have to confess?
You don't actually expect me to tell you that, do you? That's between me, the king, et Domine Noster. God be with you.
Good to see you.
Christ almighty. Are you alright, sir?
Here we go again.
It's just that you look...
Muscular, wise, wealthy.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know what you meant. I have had this conversation at least 100 times. Have you never heard of Prester John or the Christian Kingdom of Axum?
Yes. Our parish priest talked about that.
Tell me then, how the people in those stories are described. Not exactly like you. Am I right?
But I thought that was just...
So you see, it is not. Musa of Mali is my name. Scholar, explorer, and physician. I run the camp infirmary.
My name is Henry, sir.
Welcome then, Henry. Do you need anything?
You said you were an explorer.
I did indeed. From Timbuktu, I went to Holy Mecca. From the Emirate of Granada to Venice. And from there, to the court of Sultan Bayezid of the Osmans. Until I ended up at the court of King Sigismund.
Where is this Mali? And what's it like?
Similar to your country, yet completely different. You mine silver, we gold. But in our country, it would never happen that we allow foreigners into our mines. Overall, it is safer in our country. Nobody will waylay you on your journey. And we treat women with greater respect and set great store by learning.
Well, it's not all that bad here, though, is it?
That there are some things I envy you for. Like what you can do with stone.
And how do you like Bohemia?
Do you want to hear the truth? Or should I praise it to high heaven?
The truth. You don't need to spare my feelings.
Then, all I can say is that this muddy hill is about the only thing I have seen of your country. And that has not made much of an impression on me. But there is still time. Perhaps I will have the good fortune to see more beautiful sights.
What is Mecca like? I've heard people from all over the world go there.
Mainly followers of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. I was robbed and arrived in the city as a pauper. Fortunately, I was helped by a couple of my compatriots. But even so, I did not spend long there. Let us say that I was foolish then, and foreign customs took me by surprise. I went to Cairo, where I learned geography and law, so that I would be better prepared the next time. But I never went back to Mecca.
Why not?
I would rather not talk about this, my friend. All I can say is that there are a few rich men and their beautiful wives who I do not want to meet again.
You were in Granada? Where is that?
Go west from here until you reach the sea. Then south to a place called Peninsula Iberica. But I would not go there if I were you. The magnificent Alhambra Palace is forbidden to Christians like you. It is a pity in any case. Such a beautiful and rich country, yet bathed in so much blood.
Blood?
Yes. Sultan Mohammed must constantly repel attacks from the north. That is why I started studying physics, in fact. I wanted to make an impression on the Sultan because swords and cannons are not for me. Let others cut off heads. I can sew them back on again.
Where is Venice, in fact?
You do not know, my friend? Self a little. It is not far from here, on the other side of the Alps. Remember that learning is like a garden. If you do not tend it, it cannot bear fruit. Venice is an incredible city that floats on the sea, like a huge stone ship. People from all over the world go there to trade. I helped them as a translator, especially for Christian envoys from Ethiopia on a pilgrimage to Rome. If only you could have seen their glorious arrival in the city. Their procession stretched from the port to the city center, and they had live leopards as a gift for the king of Venice. But I did not stay long. I, who was accustomed to the Sultan's court, being asked to live among sailors? Out of the question.
How did you come to be with the Osmans?
By complete chance. In Venice, I joined an expedition that was heading to India, but we were attacked by pirates. Fortunately, I was saved by Sultan Bayezid's warship, though it did not seem like good fortune at the time. You must understand that there are not many of my countrymen among the Osmans. The last time was probably in the days of Mansa Musa, but the Sultan soon found out that I had lived among Europeans, and I could talk to all the envoys who came to him, so I became useful.
So why didn't you stay there?
Because we were about to be overwhelmed by the golden by the butcher named Timur. I had enough of war in Granada, so when envoys from Hungary came to the Sultan, I managed to persuade them to take me away with them.
What's Sigismund's court like?
I would also like to know that, my friend, but I am stuck here. One would think that the king would value physicians and sages who have traveled the world. But no, he did not even make me his personal physician. He prefers to trust your quacks and sent me here.
It's reckless to speak about Sigismund like that.
I do not think so, my friend, since it is unlikely you will ever get a chance to complain to him.
Why did you leave your country of birth?
That is a very personal question, and we are not that well acquainted yet. Forgive me, but I would rather not talk about it. Not now, at least.
I saw an arena in the camp. When will there be a tournament?
Firstly, I would not call it a tournament. Rather, mindless hacking. Not even a chogan is so terrible. And, to answer your question, there will not be a... The commanders wisely banned them.
Why did they ban the tourneys?
Because it went too far. Instead of matching skills, people settled scores with each other. They killed each other from rage and also from boredom. Since the tournament was banned, I have a lot less work with mending fractures.
What did you mean by mindless hacking? It's a tourney, isn't it?
Merely dumb violence for its own sake. It is not chivalrous like Pharisea.
What does that mean? Furiazia?
Pharisea, the skill set of an Arab warrior. Where I come from, every fighter must be able to ride a horse and take care of its injuries and illnesses. In addition, he should also be able to hold his own when fighting with a spear and a sword. And of course, excel in archery. And above all, he must not be a coward, but on the contrary, an honorable man.
Furussia sounds to me like the chivalry of every good knight. Maybe with the exception of that horse medicine of yours.
Really?
But a good Christian knight should also know how to dance, play chess, and write poetry.
Very interesting. It is a pity. I have not met many like that. Those are all true wisdoms. Also in the name of Allah.
What's that chogan, then?
A riding game. Very hard and dangerous. Two teams of riders with wooden mallets try to get a leather ball into the opponent's goal. Whoever does so more times wins.
And what's so dangerous about that?
When the mallet lands on your head. In any case, nothing teaches you how to ride a horse better than Shogun.
I'm new to the camp. Could you show me around? If you don't have too much work, that is.
Well, I suppose it will be all right. if I am not here for a while. At least I can practice your language. You use some strange phrases, you know? But that does not matter now. Let us go. So, as you have no doubt realized, this is my This part of the camp is mainly for humans. So if you are looking for one, he will be either here or near the bathhouse. We will take a look there too. Do not worry. Over there is the pen where they used to have tournaments. Until the captains banned them. But that is a long story. Speaking of the captains here, do you know who is in charge overall?
I've no idea.
You should put that right then.
I'm sorry?
What if you come across one of the commanders and bump into him by mistake? He might have your back flayed by a cane. I would not like to have to stitch you back together. The camp as a whole is run by Sir Grozav or Borumlaka. That is a village somewhere in Transylvania, as far as I know. He is an interesting man, I'm sure. But he has a lot of trouble with the camp. So he tends to be, as you say, grumpy. Then there are the humans who are commanded in battle by Cheritan. You will not meet him very often. He often has meetings with the king himself, in Sedlets. He is not a very cheerful man, but he seems a fair-minded commander to me. And he is an outstanding archer, it seems. How about you and archery, my friend?
Well, I don't want to boast, but I'm a pretty good archer. I would happily take on your Chertan.
Really? That sounds like a spectacle that I would perhaps even pay to watch. Perhaps. Although I successfully avoid weapons, I have to admit that archery is not just a skill, it is an art. Well, there is enough of that.
There's a devil.
What were we talking about?
You were telling me about the commanders here.
Ah, yes. The camp captains. As I said, Sir Grozav commands the camp. Chertan commands in battle. And the third one joined us a few weeks ago. Dietrich Katz, with his Prague artillery regiment. It is a pity you will not be staying for longer. Dietrich is good to talk to, if he is not drinking too much. And over there is our bathhouse. It is not a sight for sore eyes, my friend. I mean, the women, of course. Not this filthy place. Ah, a man should keep reminding himself that zina, what you call fornication, is a shameful deed, opening the road to other evils. By the way, what about you and women, my friend?
Well, I've already met a few, if you know what I mean.
I do.
You silly
Admiring the charms of the bathhouse maids is one thing, but sinning is nothing to boast about.
I'm sorry.
Find a good woman as soon as possible, and then marry her, and to do her what you see in her eyes. Our Lord Allah, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, creates us in Paris and grants us love in our hearts, so that we may love another.
So are you married, sir? Since you say how wonderful it is.
No, not yet. What woman would want to spend her life traveling with me? But being single does not permit sinning with any girl who takes your fancy. Remember that. Fortunately, a man can help himself in his hour of need. At least if he thereby prevents a worse sin. So, in this part of the camp, you see the tents of various mercenaries from Germany, Poland, Hungary. In short, everyone who came to fill their pockets. You can have items repaired by the smith, and if you're hungry, the kitchen is over there. The food will please you more than me, I think. Treating meat in that way.
Same
I
to
simply
you.
cannot eat it. Do you know where the food is truly great? In Granada. So much fruit, sweet pastries, fish. In one banquet, the cooks use more spices than your entire country in a year.
You've been to Granada?
In the court of Sultan Mohammed VII himself. That is where I became a physician. That was when Granada was attacked by Martin Yanez de la Barbuda. And I did not want to die in some battle. So I found a safer way to be useful. You know, I have done a lot of traveling, my friend. From Timbuktu to Mecca. And from Granada to Venice. And now, here. But nowhere has the food been worse than here.
Oh, what do you dislike about the food here so much?
I hope I have not offended you. It is not your fault, really. How can a cook make something good when no pepper, cinnamon, or grains of paradise grow here? But your country is beautiful, all the same. And up here is where Katz's company of Parge artillerymen are billeted. To the great displeasure of everyone else in the camp, I must say. You can see why. It is the best spot, right next to the captains. And when it rains, all the filth runs downhill to the Cumans and mercenaries areas. Here is the pillory. May Allah, the compassionate, ensure you never end up in it. And if you go around the hill, you will come to the camp shooting range. I recommend visiting it. The Cumans must be born with a bow in their hands. But I will not escort you that far, my friend. I do not like to leave the infirmary unattended for long. Alaka Anben. Hold on. I'm just going to clean it for you. Now, it's nothing too bad.
What a nice day.
Where do you think you're going?
That's it. And next time, don't go creeping around here where you don't belong. You're a kind man.
Eh? Oh, it's you. Sorry.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
How can I help you today, friend?
You're a Cuman, aren't you? Where'd you learn our language so well?
I used to accompany merchants who rode from here up north to Germany. I earned some good money and picked up a lot of it along the way.
And why'd you stop?
Those merchants sold goods they came by, well, dishonestly. And they got found out eventually, but I got lucky in the end. I'm good with a bow, so they gave me a choice. The gallows or the army. It wasn't a hard choice.
I'd like to compete at archery.
Your first time, eh? I don't remember your face from any previous contests. What's it to be? Longbow or crossbow?
Maybe longbow?
All right, so what do you feel up to? Want to compete with beginners, advanced archers, or masters? Of course, it's tougher against masters, but you can win more.
I'd rather not get ahead of myself. I'll try my luck against beginners.
Fine. Of course, it ain't for free, though. Have you got something to wager?
Hang on. I'll see how much I have. Yeah, here it is. So, can we start?
Wait a while until I get the other archers. Meanwhile, you can get ready and wait for the signal. Everybody form a straight line. And we're off!
Kurva szél, ez akár a közepébe is mehetett volna. Hogy lehet, hogy csak a szél? Én a közepére céloztam. Ma egész jó vagyok.
God be with you, my friend. Good day.
Can I ask you something?
You complain? What happened?
What? No, I'm not making a complaint. Why should I?
Köszönöm, Istenem. I chief of soldiers and I hear only complain and more complain. Always. They kill hands, they scare children, horse trample cabbage and eat carrot. This country full of complaining and whining.
I'm not complaining about anything.
That good. You real man.
Excuse me.
Can I ask
you? Complain?
What?
They kill. That good.
Tüdés, most azonnal!
would you like? I'll have a look at the wares. What can you do, sir? Maybe next time.
Hi-yo. Kenya.
What would you like, sir?
What do you have for sale?
I hope you find what you're looking for next.
What are you?
Excuse me.
What does it you mean?
Hey, clear off!
What are you here for, friend?
What do you have? I'd like to discuss. What would you...
Look. I'm glad you... found what you were... What do you need, sir?
What do you have?
Thank you, sir. Come again.
It's almost done. That looks good. Now just to temper it.
secretly in league, one covering up the wrongdoings of the other. Forget about woman's skin deep. If thine eyes offend thee, look.
What do you need, sir?
The bath maids in a military camp must be on their toes all the time, eh?
You can say that again. My girls don't even get a moment's rest all day long. Sometimes I have to drive those randy blokes off with a broom so they can eat and drink in peace.
Could you use some more bath maids?
Could I ever? But very few of them stay here for long. This is no place for a young girl. Lugging buckets of water, day in and day out, scrubbing the men's raw backsides, and front sides for that matter, listening to them yammer on. And the worst thing is, when they come back from a battle.
Oh, aye. The blood and wounds aren't a pretty sight.
A woman sees more blood in her lifetime than any soldier. But they behave like animals. When they win, they get sloshed. And the girls beg me to not be sent to them, because they're out of control. And when they lose, those who survived take it out on the girls. And that's not a pretty sight at all.
Who's causing trouble?
Everybody. But the Hungarians and Cumans most of all. None of us understand their gibberish. When they're in a good mood and have some coin, they can even be quite nice. Then the girls even enjoy taking care of them. But when they're thirsty and skint, they're like animals.
Do the nobles from the upper camp come here too?
Everyone comes here. But we do like seeing the nobles more, because they pay well. And they like taking 2 girls at once.
Do they at least pay twice as much then?
Oh, do they ever. When the girls really make an effort, even 3 times as much.
My body is in need of rest and relaxation.
Certainly, my baths are at your service.
Do you have some pretty girl here who could, keep me company?
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
All right, but money up front.
I'll gladly pay you.
Great. My girls will take good care of you, Henry.
You sure slayed me today, warrior. I reckon now I'll have to scrub myself from head to toe.
Innkeeper, a beer!
The washing's only going to get wet again.
What do you need?
What do you have for sale?
Maybe next time then, sir.
God bless
We're
you.
sitting here.
Careful.
And with you.
Hmm? Hey? Hey! Clear off, you mutt!
You're not allowed.
God bless you, sir.
Excuse me, sir. My name is Henry, and
Forget the pleasantries. Czego chcesz?
I've come about Sir Jerzek of Holohlavi.
Ależ, no w takim razie to zacznij gość, prawda? Such a distinguished visit. What do you want from me?
I heard about what happened between you and Jerzek. I understand that you're in the right. But couldn't you return his armor and horse? Without them, it's as if he's not a knight at all.
So poor valiant Jerzek's not doing well, and I should show I have a good heart. That would soon have everyone around walking all over me. I'd rather let the armor rust than give it back to Jerzek. Did he even tell you how he lost it?
He told me you argued, and he challenged you to a duel.
And did he tell you why?
Because you torched a village full of innocent people.
Innocent people? Precz tego skurwysyna. They tried to cheat us. They gave us sacks full of sand instead of flour. They knew exactly what could happen to them.
But I understand that you're mad at Jerzek, but he needs help. It's just not right for a lord to become a thief.
So that is what his lordship from Holohlavi is doing now.
What else is left when you've taken everything from him? You're the only one who can do anything about it.
Yes, maybe I can send my men to drag him here in chains and lash him with a whip.
Now, you know what? Since there's no reasoning with you, we'll do it another way. In the name of Sir Jerzek, I challenge you to a duel.
You? You'd better turn around and be glad I'm not going to kick your ass out of here.
Well now, is the brave knight afraid he might lose to me? What would your men say about that?
Careful, boy. You have been quite entertaining so far, but I will not be mocked.
All the more reason to give me a good beating then, isn't it? And in public, no less.
Well, if you want it so badly, let us do this properly. We will engage in 3 rounds. Pole arms first, then short swords and shields. And finally, like proper knights, with long swords. Each man shall take his own weapons and armor, and whoever bests their opponent in at least 2 rounds wins. I will wager Jerzek's horse and knightly armor. You match the price in groschen. What do you say?
I accept.
Excellent! Get yourself the necessary armor and equipment. When you are ready, bring me the coin, and we will start.
Get out!
That's it. Go now.
Good day to you.
Show me your way. I'd like to do something... What would you say?
More. I was glad to be of help to you.
I've never heard of the Lords of Garbov. Could you tell me something about yourself?
It is true that Garbov is a long way from here. What would you like to know?
Zavish the Black. Aren't you the fearsome tournament competitor who's jousted far and wide?
I did not only compete, I won. Are you starting to regret our agreement?
Not at all. I'm just trying to find out what's in store for me.
All right, but don't expect me to show you any tricks. Who taught you to fight, anyway?
I have a natural talent. Did someone have to teach you?
The Italian Master Ippolito. You born warrior. My father once saved him from bandits, and to thank him, he taught me and my brother for 2 years. Sword fighting, horsemanship, everything we needed to become true knights.
Only the best for the nobility, hey? Did he handle you with kid gloves?
Ha! It was a fucking ordeal. He made us run and climb in full armor, ride bareback, swim with a sack of stones tied to our feet. And at night, when we could barely crawl, he gave us swords and we had to defeat him in combat. One after the other. Kurva. Sometimes I miss that Italian butcher.
Where is Garbov, actually? It almost sounds Czech.
Almost, yes. It's in Poland. My father was the Burgrave of Konarsko-Sierać. He bred the best horses in all of Poland. Certainly a lot livelier than that nag of Jezek's.
And how big is the family of the Lords of Garbov?
I have 2 brothers, Jan and Pyotr. But I have not seen them in a long time. I can only pray they are both still alive.
How did you end up in Sigismund's army?
Our king called on us to send soldiers to Sigismund, and I didn't feel like sitting at home with my wife.
You went to fight in a foreign land without asking any questions?
Against the Bohemians here, the Ottomans in Nicopolis, or Jobst in Moravia. It makes no difference. The best way to keep your enemies away from the border is to defeat them before they cross it. Sigismund pays well, and our king is glad to have his own people around him. If you take my meaning.
Then why are you here with the Cumans, and not in Sedlets?
Sitting on my arse all day and slowly drinking myself to death? No, thank you.
I'd better go and get ready for the duel.
Wait a moment. There is one more thing I'm interested in.
Ask away.
Why are you so keen to help Jezek anyway?
I would help anyone who needs it.
Anyone who needs it, or anyone who deserves it?
You think Jezek doesn't deserve it?
I'm not saying that. But if my men see me lose, they might say I'm not fit to lead them. In that case, I might need some help too.
Could you tell me again how our duels will go?
It is simple. We will fight in 3 rounds. First, we will duel with polearms. In the second round, use a shield and any one-handed weapon. Sword, axe, mace, take your pick, so to speak. The third round will be with long swords. I will wager Jezek's horse and armor, and you will put down groschen against it. All clear?
As a bell.
Don't forget to choose a suitable weapon. Just say the word when you are ready.
All right, I'm ready. We can fight.
It is a little late now, do you not think? Come back in the morning.
God bless and with you.
You silly doggy.
Greetings to you.
What?
Go! Ka! Ka! Slowly. Nice and slow.
God be with you, my friend.
Whoa! Whoa! I hear your husband's sick.
Aye, unfortunately. Peter returned from a trading trip and when he doesn't eat but a waif, so I bought the Thunderstone and now I don't even...
I'm sorry.
Aye. Take care.
How is Peter doing?
Henry, you won't believe it. It worked. Peter got up in the morning. You could see that he was struggling, but then something in him snapped into place and he just went to work. I can tell he's still fighting something inside his head. He'll stop for a moment, take a deep breath, then continue working. I reckon he wants to discuss something with the others in the village, but I don't know if he has the strength for it now. But regardless, it went away as quickly as it came. I can't thank you enough.
Just keep giving him hope, so that he doesn't fall back into gloom.
I will. You can count on it, Henry. I don't even have anything to give you. I spent all the coin I had on the Thunderstone, but some bastard stole it from me. I'd gladly have given it to you, even if you're not ill, just for good luck. So, I don't know. The least I can do is to spread the word of your help in the village. I hope you're not upset.
No, that's reward enough.
Thank you again, and I'll thank God for bringing you here for the rest of my life. See you soon, my friend. Take care. Good night.
Quick! Ka! Ka! Go! Quick! Ka! 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 Go!
Servus, guter Mann. What can I do for you?
We know each other, don't we? We met at Trotsky.
Oh ja, du hast recht. You are Henry, Lord Capen's man. Seltsamer Zufall. The last time I saw you, we were ambushed in that fucking ravine.
You survived the attack. A lot of people didn't make it out of there.
Genau. Wirklich terrible it was, but I survived. With a bruise or two and a concussion. Unfortunately, the other fellows I was with were not so lucky. Now our village has only sorrowful mothers, widows und Waisen.
Did anyone else we know survive?
A few made it out of the mill and escaped into the woods. Herman Palachek and Black Bartosz were captured, but I heard they were later released. Florian of Lomnitz, however, was hanged. Maybe he would not keep his mouth shut or something. They could have fetched a tidy ransom for him. It is a pity, really. He was an awful poet, but a delight to be around. Gott sei seiner Seele gnädig. Und was ist mit dir, Mann? I heard they hounded you through the woods like vermin. Von Bergo has got it in for you, they say. Is that true?
If you really want to know, Bailiff, von Burgov's a lying bastard who betrayed us. And not only us, the traitor has King Wenceslas imprisoned in Vienna.
And why are you telling me this?
Because we are on different sides in this war, and we could just as well beat each other to a pulp, Bailiff. But there's no sense in you taking needless risks for a lord who left your village full of widows and orphans.
I lost many good men there. And perhaps the blame lies with him. Schön. I will pretend I heard nothing, and we can go our separate ways. Mögen sich unsere Wege hiermit trennen.
Quick! Go! Go! Ka! Go! Go! Quick! Quick! Ka! Go! Ka! Go! Ka! Ka! Quick! Come on! Ka! Fuck me. Whoa, whoa.
Good day.
Good doggy. Good boy. God bless you, sir.
All right, I'm ready. We can fight.
Tough Spaniale. But you have to put down the coin up front.
Here you go. Down to the last groschen.
Just how I like it. How should the herald introduce you?
I want it to be known that Henry of Skalitz defeated you, and that he did it for all the common folk who had their roofs burned over their heads because of the likes of you.
Very nice speech. But let us see how you talk when I knock some of your teeth out. Come on. I cannot wait.
Hail, gentlemen, brave knights, loyal comrades. Today, we will witness a duel between Sir Zavish of Garabov, called the Black, and Henry of Skalitz. Henry, a commoner, will fight today in the name of Sir Jezek of Holohlavi. The noble lord of Garabov has decided to accept the challenge because of this very fact. With 3... duels, they will settle once and for all the disputes between the Lord of Gaboth and the Lord of Holohlavi. I ask both combatants to take their positions and take up arms. Let the clash of pole arms begin. The pole-arm duel is Lord Zavish of Garabov, just as we expected. Both combatants may now catch their breath and have a bath maid tend to their wounds before the next round.
Hey, sir! Hey! Come here. I'll treat you. Hey, sir! Hey! Come here. I'll treat you.
Could you treat me, please? That fella laid into me like a battering ram into a gate.
Don't worry. We'll sort you out.
Both combatants are ready for the second round. The duel with one-handed weapons can begin.
Christ!
And thus the duel of shields comes to an end. And the winner is... Henry of Skalitz! Unbelievable! God must have guided his hand. Quick! Both combatants may now tend to their wounds and rearm themselves for the third and final duel.
Tokaroj!
I'm sorry. Greetings, my friend.
I saw the arena and the stands and thought to myself, this looks like a tournament, eh?
You're too late, lad. There used to be competitions here almost every day. Bets flying left and right. But that's been over for quite some time. All you can do now is a bit of archery. They haven't banned that yet.
Why'd they ban it?
Captain von Aulitz and Lord von Berghoff heard blokes were killing each other here.
You fought with sharp weapons?
Of course not. That was forbidden. But the Cumans fucked it all up. Fucking vermin.
So what happened then?
One of our companies went against the Cumans. It's a fight like any other. But those fuckers had a score to settle with us and brought sharp weapons. Our fellas came away from there in bad shape. Most of them never recovered. And then Command banned the fights.
So that's it then? No more tournaments?
Aye, probably. Because that wasn't the first cock-up. Cumans, Germans, Praguers, they all hate each other and are always at each other's throats. But without the tournaments and betting, the blokes don't have anything to do anymore, and they're starting to get testy. Now their camp is starting to look more and more like a wasp's nest. But you'll see for yourself soon enough.
So there won't be any fighting? That's all I need to know.
Take care. The noblest fight begins. The longsword duel. The longsword duel is at its end, and the undisputed winner is Henry of Scullets. He's defeated his rival with an incredible performance. All three duels were
that's enough.
and God was on the side of the one in the right. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. The brave Henry has defeated the Lord of Garboff in 2 fights today. And thus he has cleared the name of the valiant Sir Ježek of Horohlavi. The dispute between these 2 gentlemen is now at an end. Glory to the victor, honor to the vanquished.
Well, is that everything?
Is it not enough for you? I admit it. You know how to fight. I have won a few tournaments, defeated all kinds of knights. But I did not beat you.
I thought losing would make you angrier.
I would like to kill you like a dog, but you won fair and square. I must give you that. You will find the horse stabled up by the gate, and you can take the armor from my chest.
Haven't you forgotten something?
The groschen are in the chest, too.
Farewell, Lord of Garboff.
Well, off you go. And good luck.
Keep close to the other.
Well, that should be everything. Ježek's sure to be happy. Hey there, pony. If only you knew how much trouble you caused me, friend. But I'm sure Yezhet can't wait to slowly. Nice and slow. Quick, go! Quick! Ka! Quick! 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 Go! Die! Quick!
Come and take
Die!
it.
Go! Ka! Go! Die! Go! Quick! Keep it up! Ka! Die! All right, boy, we're here. I'm sure your master is waiting for you.
Lord be with you.
About these things of yours.
Did Zavish listen to you? Tell me, how did it go?
Well, it wasn't easy. I had to take part in a nightly duel.
Damn. He didn't hurt you too much, I hope.
Not for a moment. I was afraid I would disgrace myself. But in the end, I beat Zavish.
But he's a tournament veteran. You have my admiration, lad. What about my Gringolet? Did he give him to you?
He's waiting for you at the inn. He's really quite a good horse for his age.
The best. The House of Hollowlavy will be forever in your debt. Take this shield, so at least you'll have something to remember me by if this is farewell for good, which is quite likely given how old and grey I am. I'd like to give you my spurs. You may not be a knight, but they can still be of use to you.
Ah, it was no bother. And what are you going to do next? I trust you're done with robbing.
As the Lord is my witness, I'm done. It's time for me to go home. Who knows? Maybe I can even reconcile with my brother. I told you about him, remember?
That's not a bad idea. So, take care. And give your brother my greetings.
I'll try. God bless you, Henry.
Greetings. Do you need something?
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like to play?
I actually don't. Would you like to throw...
What game would you like?
Emperors, and nothing else.
Let's play.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
I'll be right there.
Well, you're not afraid of anything.
Greetings to you.
Maybe you should have saved it. Here. Finished. Your turn.
Kochst du heute Abend?
Aye, of course.
God, what's taking so long?
Have you lost your mind?
What can I get
You're
for
going to
you?
lose everything. So that's your plan, is it?
Never came master, aim up.
Why did I even pick up those dice?
Greetings.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Ugh, rain. Just what we needed.
Well, maybe I'd do the same.
Mein Gott. Wo ist das bloß?
It's really pissing down.
Aye, that'll do.
I'll be right with you.
Damn! Shit! Damn it, I'm so fucked. Kurva! That was my favorite one.
All right, here it is.
Courage!
Good. What can I do for you?
I'll have a look at your web.
Happy to be of service, sir.
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
Whatever.
What's going on around here?
Hast du schon das Neueste gehört? I heard they found a dragon nearby.
What? A dragon?
Es ist wahr. Everyone is talking about it. And the priest does not know what to do. Ist völlig ahnungslos. Who knows how things will turn out? Wir dürfen gespannt sein. Und noch etwas. Ein Ritter appeared in Belani, like a noble knight, you know? He calls himself Posey, and is looking for a brave Soldaten for an expedition. He stayed in the Belani Inn. Ich bin sicher, dass du ihn dort finden wirst. And if you're a good craftsman, try asking at the construction site. Krishan was looking for some laborers here recently.
And where might I find this Krishan?
Ist hier in der Festung. In the local fortress. You'll find him easily enough. He is a mountain of a man. Zum Abschluss, I have some advice for you. It isn't easy to talk about this, but you should hear it. A bunch of black guards from the Hungarian camp have occupied an abandoned barn not far from here. They rob and steal. Nothing sacred to them. And they've even killed a couple of people. Most recently, a local herds boy.
What?
He didn't want to give them a sheep, so they killed him and the rest of his flock and all.
That really happened?
Just on the other side of the stream here. Tja, und wer weiß, if they even buried the poor lad. Diese verdammten ungarischen Teufelskerle. Am besten, if you simply keep away from the place.
Why doesn't the local bailiff do anything about them?
Pah, because even though they are certainly deserters, they still wear Hungarian colors, and the people here are scared to death of Sigismund. Weiß Gott zu Recht. Was wünschst du, mein Freund?
I'm looking for someone. His name is Raniek, and he carries a nice bow.
That means nothing to me.
And he plays dice. A lot.
Ja, jetzt weiß ich's. Gestern hat sich völlig betrunken. Yesterday with some Pole. They were causing a ruckus until the morning. And I'm still feeling sick.
This drunk Pole, was his name Adder, by any chance?
Ja, Adder. They say there's a whole Geschichte behind it.
Aye, I know it. I'd like to know where he is now.
You should ask the butcher's wife, Eve.
So where is the local butcher's?
If you go to the village from here, the butcher's Grundstück is the very last one.
Why should I ask the butcher's wife?
Well, why do you think?
Damn it!
Do I have to make you say it? How does this concern Adder?
It's just some village clutch.
Look, I've heard a lot about Adder. If he was sticking it where he shouldn't have, I'd rather know before some cuckold comes at me with a pitchfork.
Knowing our butcher, you're not far from the truth, glaub mir. Letzte Nacht, Adder suddenly disappeared, just at the same time as the butcher's wife, Eve, did.
She left alone at night?
Leider ja. Her man passed out on the table right there in the inn. What else could she do?
So Adder took the opportunity?
Natürlich.
I'll go to see her. Maybe she knows something.
You should be careful. The butcher does not like seeing other men around his Eve.
Where can I find this Raniek?
Try asking the man who paid for his losses yesterday.
Was he broke?
He lost a small fortune here yesterday. It looked like he was going to get a nice beating because he lost more than he had. But a bunch of Kerle from Bilani, who also came to play, lent him some coin. I reckon they felt sorry for him.
And do you know where I could find these men from Bilani?
In Bilani, I reckon.
Damn! Shit!
Thanks a lot, I suppose.
Tut mir leid. I can't really think clearly after last night. If I were you, I would ask the Bilani innkeeper. With luck, you will run into them right there.
What can you do?
Why would they pay for Raniek? Did they know each other?
I do not think so. Maybe they just felt sorry for him. They played a lot themselves. But you could see that Raniek just could not stop.
I'll be on my way.
Well, that's that.
And thank you.
Nichts zu danken.
I apologize.
Greetings.
day.
Good day.
I heard that you might need a helping hand with the construction.
Me? Who told you that?
The innkeep in Shitaki. Said you were looking for some men there.
Really? I must have been completely under the table. Hiring men, that's none of my business.
So you don't have any work at all? I could do with a few groschen.
Not much on the construction site, but I might have something for you.
What's involved?
Just a little deal. Don't tell anyone. But I found a treasure map. It was hidden behind a wall in the cellar of the fortress here. Except it's no good to me. It's got some pictures and some scribbling, but I can't make head nor tail of it. The one thing I figured out is that the treasure is supposed to be buried in some mine shaft or something.
A map in a cellar? That sounds awfully suspicious.
I'm telling you the truth. Where else would I get something like this? Buy it, and you'll see it will lead you to treasure.
I don't know. You could have easily stolen it from somewhere. Then I'd buy it from you and get in trouble.
I swear to God it's not stolen. I just have it and don't know what to do with it. Look, take it or leave it. I don't have time to haggle with you here.
Well, then at least show it to me first.
Nothing of the sort. If I show it to you, you'll remember it and snatch my treasure.
And what if you just gave me the map? I promise if I find any treasure, I'll split it with you equally.
And I'm supposed to believe that? No chance. Better a sparrow in the hand than a stuffed pigeon on the roof. Pay me, and all the treasure is yours.
Fine. What do you want for it?
For your mother to cook me a goose and scratch my back. What do you think? Money.
Oh, that's fucking expensive. But still, I'll take it.
Excellent. And don't worry, once you find that buried pot of gold, a handful of groschen will be well worth it.
I hope so.
Farewell, good sir. Careful.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
I'd like to practice wrestling.
I'll tell you some interesting things.
I'd like to learn...
What is this about?
I hear you're good in the saddle. I'd like to learn something.
All right, then. But it'll take a while.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Save your whistling for the cows, you lout. Wait. I must have been mistaken. Sorry.
Hail Mary.
Why are you always picking on Tobias?
Just take a look at him. If he was any dumber, he'd be eating out of a trough with the pigs. Do you know he talks to animals? He talks to his mutts like they understand him. He'd be better off barking and pissing on the fence like them. But when we managed to get him drunk, now that's fun.
Tobias goes drinking with you?
No, but all you have to do is give him wine and tell him it's apple cider. A little of that and he's completely wasted. Then you should see the shit he gets up to. The last time that idiot almost drowned because he went to fish the moon out of the pond. We told him it was a silver platter.
Find something better to do and leave Tobias alone.
Mind your own business. I reckon that moron doesn't even know when someone's yanking his pizzle. Lord knows if there's anything left in that hollow of his.
Do you want to fight?
Sure, I could go for one. Do you have money to bet?
Of course.
I'm glad to hear it. Get ready and we can get started.
Wipe the floor with it!
You're boring me! Try a little! Who wants to...
Give it all you've got!
I'm just getting...
My sister beat both of you!
Oh, who bloody who? What's the matter? Does it... Who bloody who? Sacre! I reckon I cut off more than I could chew. You really know how to fight.
Thanks for the fight.
Here's your bet, and a little on top. I don't like giving it up, but I keep my word. And don't forget to go and see Tomlin. His jaw's gonna drop when he hears some out of town and kicked all our asses.
I bought a lovely U-bow the other day for a great price.
What good's a bow to you, for God's sake?
I'm sorry.
I beat all your men.
Well, I'm jiggered. But I'm impressed. You're good. Here you go. We know how to appreciate a good fighter here. Not long ago, I heard the hired hands in Miskovitz spend the long hours away by fighting. You can go see for yourself if it's true.
That sounds quite good.
And in Kuttenberg, they fight in a tavern called the Hole in the Wall. The name suits it perfectly, so don't expect to be treated kindly.
That sounds worse. But I'll see. Maybe I'll go there and take a look sometime.
Oh, by the way, Darling was looking for you. Go and see him. He'll be glad.
Henry?
I found that Thunderstone.
Really? That's bloody brilliant! I thought I'd lost it for good, to be honest. But it seems to have found its way back to me after all. Which just goes to show I was meant to have it.
Maybe. But Kona really needs it. I think I'll give it to her.
You what? You can't do that. I found the stone. It was meant for me. If you give it to anybody else, it won't do them any good.
The fact someone stole it from you surely means I was fated to find it and decide what to do with it. And I want to give it to Kona. She needs it more than you do.
Damn you to hell!
Henry, I want to...
Do you need something of me?
Well, I wanted to ask you for something.
Pray tell. What's it about?
You wouldn't want to have another bout, would you?
Right now?
Well, yeah.
Why? I already beat you. And Tuma and Stanley, too.
Exactly. So I figured that if I beat you now, you'll still win overall. But if Stanley saw me beat someone that kicked his ass, maybe he'd leave me alone.
And do you think you'd stand a chance to beat me?
Well, that's just it. I'd need you to help me a little.
Look, wouldn't you rather learn how to fight properly? I'll be happy to train you.
I don't know if it's a good idea. Auntie says I'm a little slow.
Oh, you'll manage. Knocking someone's teeth out is actually pretty simple. And you've got the strength of 3 men. So there's nothing for you to be afraid of.
Well, all right. Oof, I can't anymore.
Me neither. Let's take a break.
Do you think I stand a chance against Stanley now?
Definitely a better chance than if you pretended to beat me, but still knew nothing. I'm not saying you'll beat him to a pulp now, but at least you should be able to hit back.
Thanks, Emery. You're a true friend.
You're welcome.
Hey, do you like horses or dogs?
Of course I do.
Me too. I knew right away you like animals. I can tell. Come see me in Grun sometime. I'll take care of the horses and hands, and I'll tell you all about them.
You said you could teach me something. Like what?
Well, I don't know much, but I do understand animals. That's for sure.
You take care of dogs and horses here, right?
Aye, they're my favourite. They're kind, they don't hurt you or curse you when you mess something up. And when you're sad, they look at you with those big eyes of theirs. They don't even need to say anything. Yet you feel better right away.
You see? I'm sure you know a few tricks.
Can I have a few groschen for my trouble?
Of course. Tit for tat.
Thanks. So, what do you want to know?
Well, how do you know when your horse is hurt? Or when he doesn't like something?
That's easy. If you let him, he'll tell you everything himself. Just not with words. If you've got the time.
I'd like to...
Sorry.
What does that mutt want over here?
Excuse me.
What is it? Are you whistling just for fun? Get out!
I found the Thunderstone.
Really? Oh, God bless you, Henry. Without the stone, I don't know what I would do. Or what else could help me.
Well, you don't have to worry about that now. Take the stone. I hope it helps you.
Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. This stone will make giving birth easier and save my baby's life.
Glad to have been of service.
I'll get Hannah to give you a lower price at the stud farm, as I promised. And you know what? I'll share a piece of wisdom my grandmother taught me. She said you need to brew nightshade with twice as much mugwort and a good splash of brandy. That's how to fix a concoction that'll clean you out at both ends and cure all sorts of ills. She used it on me after I gave birth and said it saved my life. So it could come in handy for you too sometime.
Thanks. That sounds, let's not say dangerous exactly, but definitely fascinating. I'll just make a quick note so I don't forget. Not sure I'll ever muster the courage to try it, though.
Think nothing of it. And if you want, stop by and talk to my husband, Stamir. He's a very skilled man. And since you've been so helpful, if you like, perhaps he'll let you in on some of his blacksmithing secrets. Oh, and I also have some money put aside for emergencies, so you can have that. It's not much, but it's all I can give you.
Thanks. It never hurts to have a bit of coin.
Think nothing of it. It's the least I could do to repay you.